San Gabriel Planning Commission meeting, Monday, September 13th, 2021, is called to order at 6:40 p.m. I will do the, we need to do the roll call. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna start the, I need to get used to it. I'll do the Pledge of Allegiance first. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with the liberty and the justice for all. Well, next is the roll call. Jackie? Oh, is Jackie on?
Thank you, Vice Chair. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Roll call. Chairman Cloetter is absent tonight.
Yes.
Vice Chair Liu.
I'm here.
Commissioner Juarez. Not present.
Yes.
Commissioner Mamdapurkar.
Present.
Thank you. And Commissioner Schwartz.
Present.
Thank you.
All right. Tonight's meeting is live streamed on cable channel 3 and our online platforms. Please email all public comments to pc-publiccomment@sgch.org no later than the time that item is considered by the Planning Commission tonight. Comments received after the items has been considered will not be read into the record. Comments will be read by Assistant Jackie Wang up for 3 minutes each. Agenda items will be introduced by Assistant Jackie Wang. To prevent any overlaps in comments, each commissioner will be called upon to speak. So for the public comments, this is time set aside for members of the public to address the Planning Commission on items or interests that are not on agenda but are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Planning Commission. Pursuant to Brown Act, the Planning Commission cannot answer any questions or take any action until such time as the matter may appear as an item on a future agenda. So Jackie, is there any public comments received?
Vice Chair Liu, we did not receive any comments for this item.
All right. So Planning Manager Samantha, is there any other comments to update?
Yes, Vice Chair and members of the Commission, thank you. There are a few staff communications this evening. Staff would like to remind the Planning Commission of the joint study session with the City Council to review the city's draft housing element on Thursday, September 30th at 6:30 p.m. This will be a virtual meeting. The agenda, staff report, and meeting link will be provided to the Commission as the meeting date gets closer, so as the Commission can save the date and time. Staff would also like to inform the Planning Commission that the city has contracted with the new city architect and architectural historian team through a request for proposal process. The firm is WHA, based out of Orange County. They are a relatively large firm with multiple offices in Los Angeles, Orange County, and the Bay Area, and have worked on multiple projects in the cities of Pasadena and Alhambra, and are very familiar with the San Gabriel Valley region. This contract became effective on July 1st, and WHA has been assisting the city with design review and historic preservation plan reviews. The city's draft historic context statement has also been reviewed by the Historic Preservation and Cultural Resource Commission, and the HPCRC has recommended approval to the City Council. The draft context statement will be reviewed by the City Council at its October 5th meeting. And to provide a brief description of what a context statement is, It is a document that establishes a framework for the evaluation of historic resources and is critical to a local preservation program. It is an organizational framework that groups information about related properties based on theme, geographical area, and period of time. And this context statement will help to inform future surveys that will be conducted within the city. Also, the Pacific Square project located at 700 to 800 South San Gabriel Boulevard will be presented to the City Council for review at their September 21st, 2021 meeting. So that is coming up in 2 weeks. And lastly, as mentioned at prior Planning Commission meetings, state legislation that allows for virtual meetings up until September 30th. The City Council at its September 7th meeting directed the City Attorney's Office to come back with options for continued virtual as well as in-person meetings. So staff will continue to provide updates to the Planning Commission as the information becomes available to staff. And I don't know if there are any updates or additions that Norma would like to add to that, but that concludes staff's comments.
Yeah, with regard to virtual meetings, that we're still operating under the assumption that the executive orders were expire at the end of September. There is a bill that's passed both the Senate and the Assembly, the State Senate and the State Assembly, that should be going to the governor's office that seems to allow some flexibility for local governments to potentially continue waiving some of the Brown Act requirements around teleconferencing. So stay tuned.
All right. So we don't know if next month's meeting will be in person, will be virtual.
Not at this time.
All right. The next item is consent calendar. All items listed under the consent calendar are considered routine, and recommendations will be approved in one motion unless a member of the Planning Commission or audience requests separate discussions. So is any commissioners today want to poll any items for separate discussion? Jerry?
No.
Enoch?
No. I would like to move to adopt the meeting minutes, our consent calendar.
All right. Well, it's any objections? Let's make a motion. Jerry?
No, I second it.
Yes. Okay.
I'm in favor.
Yes, I am voting yes, so it's true. So anybody,
Roll call.
excuse me, is that, who was that?
Hi, Vice Chair, it's Jackie.
Okay,
I was going to do a roll call vote
okay,
for the minutes.
sure, yes,
Okay, so Vice Chair Liu,
yes,
Commissioner Mamdapurkar,
Yes.
and Commissioner Schwartz.
Yes.
3 yeses and 0 noes, and the vote is 3-0, motion carried.
all right. Well, so it's a time for Samantha. You want to read the rules for public hearings?
Yes, thank you, Vice Chair, members of the Commission. Good evening, and thank you for participating and tuning into tonight's Planning Commission meeting. My name is Samantha T. Wassart, Planning Manager with the Community Development Department. There are 3 public hearing items tonight. Copies of the agenda and the staff report for tonight's hearing are available on the city's website at www.sangabrielcity.com. If you wish to comment on any of these items and are not the applicant, please email the public comments to pc-publiccomment@sgch.org. no later than the time the item is considered by the Planning Commission tonight. Comments received after items have been considered will not be read into the record. For each item tonight, staff will provide a summary of the staff report, followed by comments from the applicant. Then the public hearing will be open and the recording secretary will begin reading aloud the public comments that have been received during the hearing. Each comment will be read for up to 3 minutes. After the public comments are read, the applicant is provided the opportunity to rebut if they choose. Prior to the close of the public hearing, the commission may ask questions of the applicant or staff. However, once the public hearing is closed, the opportunity for public comment has ended. Vice Chair, at this time, staff is ready to present agenda item 4A.
All right. So the first agenda item, 227 West Valley Boulevard, Unit 108, planning case number CUP 21-004, conditional use permit, applicant Alan Payne. So, I guess, Anthony, you are the one to present.
Yes, thank you, Vice Chair Liu. Good evening, Vice Chair and Commissioners. The first public hearing item before you tonight is for a conditional use permit, or a CUP, to allow the on-site sale and consumption of beer and wine in conjunction with the food service at an existing restaurant called Killer Noodle, located at 227 West Valley Boulevard, suite number or unit number 108A as an apple. This is planning case number CUP 21-004. Can I go to slide number 2, please? The project site is located on the northeast corner of West Valley Boulevard and Abbott Avenue. Slide 3, please. The property is located within the Valley Boulevard specific plan. The map above shows that it is within the CCT zone, which stands for the Commercial Center Zone. Slide number 4, please. This slide shows an aerial imagery of the project site. The restaurant Killer Noodle applied for a business license in late 2019 for the 1,480 square foot restaurant space. Currently, the restaurant operates from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Sunday. Slide number 5, please. A tenant improvement was applied for the project site. This tenant improvement plan was reviewed and approved by Planning and Building and Safety for applicable building codes, and is currently how the restaurant is laid out today. Slide number 6, please. Killer Noodle is a newer restaurant establishment that focuses on both the Japanese and Saigon fusion noodle menu. Photos have been attached to show some of those noodle food options. The applicant believes that the addition of beer and wine would complement the food options and add to the customer appeal of his business. Slide number 7, please. So above are some imagery or some photos showing the neighboring uses. To the east of the project site is the Hilton Hotel, and to the west is the Mega Bank office building. And slide number 8 will show the north and south neighboring properties. The north being multifamily residential, and to the south is the Swiss Plaza. Slide number 9, please. The land use designation for this project is commercial specific plan. The project also meets the following goal of the general plan, which is economic goal 4.1, create a vibrant business community. Slide number 10, please. Thank you. Being that the project is within the Valley Boulevard specific plan, it was also reviewed against the specific plan and their policies. The Valley Boulevard specific plan has sustainability land use policies. The that are intended to help promote sustainable land use development within the commercial centers along Valley Boulevard. It meets the policy 2.1 and 2.3. Slide number 11, please. This project is exempt from the requirements of the California Environmental Quality Act, or CEQA, per guidelines section 15301, class 1 for existing facilities. Slide number 12, please. This project was required to have noticing done before tonight's meeting. The noticing was done in the following ways. We sent out mailed notices to the property owners and occupants within a 500-foot radius of the project site, as well as having the notice posted at the project site that's shown in the image on the screen above. The notice was posted in the issue of the San Gabriel Sun, as well as having the agenda posted at the City Hall, Post Office, Library, and on our city's website. Okay, and it is slide number 13, thank you. It is with that staff recommends that the Planning Commission adopt a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of San Gabriel, California, approving planning case number CUP 21-004 for a conditional use permit at 227 West Valley Boulevard, unit number 108A, to allow the on-site sale and consumption of beer and wine Type 41 ABC license in conjunction with food service, subject to the recommended conditions of approval. And this will conclude staff's presentation at this time. Staff is available for any questions. We also do have the applicant's representative, Stanley Zito, on the line as well, if you have any questions for him. Thank you. Vice Chair Liu, I think you're on mute.
Oh, am I mute? No. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah. Thank you, Anthony. Commissioners, do we have any question to the staff or comments for this item?
Not at this time, Vice Chair.
All right. So is applicant here? It's time for you to come to commissions if you want to address the commissions for this item.
Yes. Hi. Good evening, members of the Planning Commission, San Gabriel Planning Commission. My name is Stan Zito, and I'm here representing on behalf of Killer Noodle, on behalf of their conditional use permit for on-sale beer and wine for their existing restaurant. And I just want to make a few comments. Commend the planning staff and did an excellent, thorough job on the staff report. And we have read all of the conditions as outlined by planning staff. We have no objection to any of the conditions. We agree to all the conditions. Killer Noodle is a fusion Japanese restaurant, Japanese and Chinese restaurant. Basically, most of the food is a Japanese ramen with the special soup that they create. And so we basically just wanted to be able to sell beer and wine to complement the food that we serve. There's no added activity of any type, like dancing or karaoke or anything like that. It's going to be retained as a family restaurant, family type restaurant. So our hours of operation is not changing. It stays at 11 to 10 o'clock, 11 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night, 7 days a week. And so we think, having this conditional use permit would allow us to expand our customer fanfare base and, bring some more ambience to that area as well. And the area is basically entirely commercial, heavy commercial along Valley. So that's about the extent of my comment, and I'll be glad to take up any questions or concerns that the Planning Commission may have at this time.
Thank you. Commissioners, any question for the applicants?
Not at this time, Vice Chair.
Not at this time either.
Right. Any public comments for this, for the applicants for this item?
No, Vice Chair, we did not receive any public comment for this item.
Right. So now it's 7 o'clock. The public comments is closed. It's open for commissioners' discussions. Anak, do you have any comments, discussions?
I think Anthony did a great job presenting the information, and then Stan added to, describing what their location is and their plans for, adding the beverage to the restaurant menu. It sounds like a great combination, and I look forward to having the opportunity to try out their location in the near future. But I'm in support of this applicant's request.
Thank you. Jerry?
I concur. I think the staff report and the comments of the owner's representative are very clear. I think beer and wine would probably help, be a nice supplement to the menu. And if all the conditions, as they've indicated, are okay, then I think it's a good thing, and I am in favor.
Thank you, Jerry. Well, I concur to both commissioners' comments. Staff did very nice job to present it. And I remember that place for many, many years. It's always, as I remembered, a noodle place. So I believe a beer and wine will enhance the experience for the new. I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve the planning case number CUP 21-004 conditional use permit, subject to the conditions presented.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Jackie.
Okay, roll call. Vice Chair Liu,
Yes.
Commissioner Momdapur-Carr,
Yes.
and Commissioner Schwartz.
Yes.
Vote is 3 yes, 0 no's. Motion passed with 3-0 vote. Motion carried.
Congratulations to applicants. We'll move on to
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to the second item, the citywide planning case number ZTA 21-001 zone text amendment, applicant City of San Gabriel. This is Samantha.